今回は外で発生するサブクエストをやっていきます。
Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Jabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The burned queen. She hurt us, hurt our people. She did this. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
南番兵島へ行ってクエストを受注します。
Another Adirin. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. I heard your kit blew an old ruin to bits. I don't have to worry about you smuggling cannons into the Tusks, do I? I'll be sure to remember that. But in truth, I'm not worried. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here.
Founder of Solace Keep. They have a statue of him there. You both share similar features around the face, huh?
Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beatles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge. Oh, fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The Beatles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies, the Wastes are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the wastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another's just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. I've never cared for how we use duty to excuse the worst of what we do. Nevertheless, we have our duty to watch over the garden, and so we're bound to the tasks. Our oaths are mortal matters. Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath, it is a death sentence. All I want is peace with her, but our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the tasks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
The mountain.
野営地で夢を見た後でアマリアのところへ行きます。
The sulfur scalds. We do not like to linger in this place. The rule of the wilds. What will they do to gain such victory? The beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Another time, a distant ache. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? An oak everlasting. Why? A certain spring. The bloom always succeeds the frost. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Who goes there? Speak. Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the tasks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adirin. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours. Go fuck yourself, that's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you the same thing I told Radut. These banners mark the dead dirt we claim as our own. And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you. Good. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
廃墟の塔の旗を取りに行くのですが、攻撃されたのでオプションは諦めました。
Let's finish this. Coming from the left. Nicely done. That was a close one.
we can find another way up that ledge, we've got ourselves a banner.
"次は追放者の洞窟野営地へ行きます」
Your wits about you. We aren't alone here.
ではアマリアのところへ戻ります。
You're the one who's killed my friends, aren't you?
We didn't know they were your friends. The topic never came up.
We're forced to stay, forced to starve, forced to die unless we fight for ourselves. And now... Answer me, envoy. It was you, wasn't it? Nothing personal. Give me one reason I shouldn't kill you where you stand. You were attacked because you intruded on our lands. God damn it! Fine. What do you want from us then? Parley. All right. Well, let's begin then. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Radut or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave, Envoy, and we've spilled more, hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven. I don't share your optimism. But I suppose it's try or die now. Still... I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked. There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore, anyway. There were expeditions out, in the past. My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see. What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever. Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know. The fate of these lands, huh? Maybe there's more to it than we knew. You've walked the wastes. You know what we have to deal with between the beetles and Zarips. No. Not at the end of the day, I don't believe we do. There is no food. We're fucking starving to death. The tusks don't give us much to eat now except for beetle, and I'm not convinced anyone can survive on that alone. That's a point. They might not have a choice soon enough. There could be a chance for us then. All right, I'll take all of this to my wardens. I think it'll be enough to give them some hope. But do you really think Radut and the Keep will leave us alone? I know, but it's still hard for me to believe. We've not got any other choice though, so... If that's the case, then I'll talk with my wardens. I'll make sure they accept the peace. We won't bother the tower or the keep, so long as they leave us alone. We'll find a way to survive. Before you go, take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right. I want you to have what's in there. I'll let you carry the news back to Radut. Thanks again, Envoy.
依頼人に報告して今回は終わります。
Welcome back to the tower, envoy. I'm all ears, envoy. I will honor the agreement. As long as they remain peaceful, we'll try to get along. Thank you, envoy. You don't know what a relief this is.
Even if it is all so strange, the thought of people leaving the keep. I have to wonder what is going to happen next. The world seems to be changing.